Oh, look.
Ah, there he is, so he's trying it. Oh, fantastic shot. Fantastic.
Stephen Lee's cue once made magic, until everything came crashing down. 5 ranking titles, a top 5 world ranking, and then a 12-year ban that shocked the snooker world. But beyond the controversy lies a quiet family life few know about. Who stood by him when the spotlight turned harsh? This is the story of Stephen Lee's family. Stephen Lee was born in Trowbridge, Wiltshire, England, suggesting his family roots are based in the UK. He grew up in the same region, where he later began his snooker journey. His early life in Wiltshire likely played a role in shaping his path toward a successful professional snooker career. Stephen Lee's professional snooker career began in 1992, and from the outset, it was clear he was a player with exceptional talent. In his very first professional season, Lee made headlines by winning 33 consecutive matches, a remarkable feat that established him as one of the brightest prospects in the sport. This early success set the tone for what would become a highly respected and, at times, dominant career. Throughout the late 1990s and early 2000s, Lee's smooth cue action and natural ability helped him climb the world rankings steadily.
42, Craig.
But it's Lee who takes it with a 42 clearance to the pink. Lee leads.
His peak came during the 2000 to 2001 season, when he reached a career-high world ranking of number 5.
Behind the yellow, but the cue power and lots at top and left-hand side to pop the yellow.
This period was the highlight of his professional journey, cementing his reputation as a top-tier competitor capable of challenging the very best in the game. Lee's trophy cabinet reflects his success during this period. He won the prestigious Grand Prix twice, first under its original name and again after it was rebranded as the LG Cup in 2001.
The red doesn't go in, but it shouldn't matter. Stephen Lee shakes his hand and says, well played and good luck in the rest of the tournament.
He also claimed titles at the Scottish Open, Welsh Open, and the Players' Tour Championship Grand Finals, showcasing his consistency across multiple tournaments and surfaces. Each of these victories served as proof that Lee wasn't just competing, he was dominating among snooker's elite. One of the most memorable moments of his career came in 2003, when he reached the semi-finals of the World Snooker Championship.
Стивен Ли становится победителем турнира. 6 лет он не выигрывал турниры рейтинговые.
This remains his best performance in a Triple Crown event, and highlighted his ability to deliver under the intense pressure of the sport's most iconic stage. While he never managed to capture a Triple Crown title, his run in 2003 was a significant milestone and a defining moment in his career. Beyond trophies and rankings, Stephen Lee was also admired for his exceptional technical skill. Over the course of his career, he made an impressive 184 century breaks, demonstrating not just consistency, but an ability to dominate frames with precision and flair. His cueing style was often described as one of the smoothest in the game, earning admiration from fans and fellow professionals alike. Between 1992 and 2012, Stephen Lee built a legacy marked by talent, success, and moments of brilliance. Though his later career would be marred by controversy, his 2-decade peak stands as a testament to his remarkable abilities on the snooker table. Stephen Lee has kept much of his personal life away from the media, especially when it comes to his wife, Laura Lee. The couple married in 2005 after a long-term relationship, suggesting a deep bond built over several years. Despite Stephen's fame in the snooker world and the later controversies that surrounded his career, Laura has largely stayed out of the public eye. There are no official interviews, public statements, or professional profiles that shed light on her background, occupation, or personal life, which makes her one of the most private spouses in the world of professional sports. Their marriage, however, appears to have remained intact through both the highs and lows of Stephen's life. From his impressive achievements in snooker, including 5 ranking titles and a career-high world ranking of number 5 in the early 2000s, to the dramatic fall following the 12-year match-fixing ban handed down in 2013, Laura has seemingly remained by his side. This loyalty is particularly significant when considering the pressure and scrutiny that came with Stephen Lee's ban from professional snooker. The 12-year suspension, which effectively ended his competitive career, brought with it not only legal and financial complications, but also public backlash. In such times, the role of a supportive partner can be crucial.
I'm doing an exclusive in the paper, waiting to confirm that this afternoon, and I've just dropped my books down to a lawyer QC this morning. I'm absolutely devastated with what's happened here.
While Laura has never spoken publicly about her husband's career or the scandal, her continued presence in his life implies a quiet but steady support system behind the scenes. It's worth noting that the absence of information doesn't necessarily reflect a lack of importance or influence. On the contrary, Laura's ability to maintain privacy despite her husband's public life may be a sign of her desire to protect their family and shield them from media attention. Stephen Lee has 4 children. 2 of them are twin boys. He does not talk much about his family, so most details are kept private. We do not know the names, ages, or genders of his other children. This shows that Lee likes to keep his personal life out of the spotlight. One of his sons, Alfie Lee, is starting to get noticed in the snooker world. He plays as an amateur and has already made a name for himself. This shows that snooker runs in the family. Like his father, Alfie seems to have a strong interest in the game. Some people wonder if he will one day play professionally. Even though Stephen Lee was a well-known snooker player, he has always kept his family life quiet. He does not share much about his children or home. This helps protect them from the public eye. It also allows his kids to grow up in a more normal way, without too much attention from the media. Alfie is the only one of Lee's children known to the public, and only because of his snooker skills. The rest of the family stays out of the news. This makes sense, as Lee has had both good and bad moments in his career. By keeping his children out of the spotlight, he gives them space to live their own lives. Still, with Alfie showing talent in snooker, the Lee family name may stay strong in the sport for years to come. Stephen Lee was known for his smooth and easy cue action. Many people said he made snooker look simple. His style was natural and relaxed, which helped him play with great control. He could pop balls from tough angles and build big breaks without much effort. His cueing was clean and powerful, which gave him an edge over many players. Many respected him for how he played. His cue control, calm attitude, and smart choices on the table made him stand out. Even though his career later faced problems, fans still remember his best years. His skills during the 2000s left a strong mark on the sport. Stephen Lee is still seen as one of the most naturally talented snooker players. His smooth play and quiet confidence made him a favourite among many snooker fans. Stephen Lee's problems began in 2010. On February the 11th, he was arrested by police. They were looking into suspicious betting during the 2009 UK Championship. After questioning, he was released on bail. Many fans were shocked. Lee had been one of the top players in the world.
For all the support, and I'm looking to go and relax a couple of days.
Are you planning to go back to the UK?
In October 2012, things got worse. Lee was suspended from playing professional snooker. This happened after 2 betting companies reported strange betting patterns. The match in question was between Stephen Lee and John Higgins during a Premier League event. The World Professional Billiards and Snooker Association, WPBSA, started a full investigation. As they looked deeper, they found more problems. The investigation grew to include 7 matches. These matches took place in big tournaments like the Malta Cup 2008, UK Championship 2008, China Open 2009, and the World Championship 2009. In 2013, a hearing was held. The results were serious. Lee was found guilty of fixing all 7 matches. The tribunal also said he gave secret information to people he knew. These people then used the information to place bets and win money. Because of these actions, Lee was banned from professional snooker for 12 years. This was one of the longest bans in the sport's history. It marked a sad end to what had been a very promising career. What started as one suspicious match turned into a major scandal. Fans were disappointed and the sport was hurt. Stephen Lee, once known for his skill and smooth playing style, was now remembered for one of snooker's biggest controversies. The case showed how serious the sport is about fair play and protecting its reputation. In 2013, Stephen Lee was given a 12-year ban from professional snooker. At the time, it was the longest ban ever handed out for match fixing in the sport. The decision shocked many fans and marked a major fall from grace for one of snooker's most naturally gifted players. The ban was issued after Lee was found guilty of fixing the results of 7 matches between 2008 and 2009. Lee tried to fight the ruling. He appealed the decision, including the verdict, the punishment, and the costs he was told to pay. However, his appeal was dismissed in May 2014. The authorities stood by the original findings, and the ban remained in place.
And start making some big holes in they've got no facts.
So you totally disagree with the evidence they've developed?
Oh, that's just unbelievable, unbelievable. 11 months of this is outrageous, you know.
Stephen Lee spoke out about the decision, saying he felt devastated and outraged. He insisted he was innocent and said the punishment was unfair. But despite his strong response, the evidence against him was considered clear and serious by the tribunal.
I've been a very angry man for 11 months. You know, I don't think it's much anger this morning. You saw me this morning as I drove off. You know, so we'll just wait and see what happens. I'll be
12-year ban was extremely harsh and effectively ended Lee's career at the highest level. At 38 years old, he was in the later part of his playing years when the ban began. Losing over a decade of competition meant missing out on many key years of the sport. This ruling sent a strong message to all players about how seriously snooker treats match fixing. It was a warning that no matter how talented a player might be, the rules must be followed. For Stephen Lee, a man once admired for his smooth playing style and skill, the ban became the defining moment of his career. What could have been a legendary legacy was instead remembered as one of the most serious punishments in snooker history. Stephen Lee's story is one of brilliance, downfall, and quiet resilience. From world titles to scandal, his journey left a mark on snooker history. But what does the future hold? Subscribe to find out.